I'm Jason, the world is yours, and today we have a story about Call of Duty players claim Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2 are being abandoned for DMZ mode. Modern Warfare 2 players are growing increasingly frustrated with the state of the game, claiming that Activision are neglecting multiplayer in favor of Warzone 2 and, in particular, DMZ mode. Okay, DMZ mode has been a success. That makes me happy for the most part since arriving alongside Warzone 2 back in November of 2022. Despite a few early teetering problems, the Tarkov inspired extraction mode has managed to grow a dedicated player base. I am one of those players. As the devs continue to experiment with DMZ, which is still in the beta mode, it's received a ton of new content with each major update, from the introduction of the barter recipes to the new Koshai complex location. However, it seems that Modern Warfare 2 players are growing increasingly, I wouldn't say envious, just getting pissed off of the attention that Warzone 2 DMZ mode is being given, arguing that multiplayer is being neglected by Activision. Let's just say some Reddit user said something on Reddit. We're not going to talk about Reddit. Something in the image, the patent marked as Activision focuses all of its attention on DMZ while Warzone 2 and Co-op struggled on their own. Meanwhile, Modern Warfare 2 was left abandoned at the bottom of the pool, accompanied by the sarcastic caption, "The next generation of Call of Duty." I guess they're claiming the next generation of Call of Duty. You could see right here, they're saying Activision is picking up, holding up, like the golden child, which is DMZ for them, and then they're letting, wow, this looks like they're trying to let Warzone 2 and Co-op kind of swim on its own, not drown, but swim on its own. But they said in this image that multiplayer actually did drown and is dead. Wow. While the meme was clearly intended as a joke, plenty of other players agreed that DMZ mode has become the go-to for Call of Duty. This is crazy. I have so many things to say about this article. DMZ is the only mode that I can consistently have fun. I totally agree, said one reply. While another agreed immediately. I came for multiplayer, then I stayed for DMZ, loving it. That just makes me, it really makes me happy that I don't even remember how I started playing DMZ. It makes no sense, but I love DMZ. I really, really, really do. While DMZ seems to be growing in popularity, that makes me happy. Thanks to the regular updates, Modern Warfare 2 players argued that multiplayer now feels outdated and gets old quickly due to the lack of new content. Wow. Some even compared the treatment of Warzone 2 to past zombie modes, with one reply arguing multiplayer gets to know what zombie players feel like for the last few years. Warzone 2 and Modern Warfare 2 Season 4 is set to bring a new content to each game, including a DMZ reset. Only time will tell, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, I mean, we don't have to go too far with this article. I just want to say that I am, and to say the least, basically a 98% player when it comes to DMZ. When Plunder came out, I did have some fun on Plunder. I gotta admit, the first time Plunder came out, I really did actually have some fun playing Plunder. But the second time it came out, I was just like, I don't know, I don't want to play this mode anymore. It was weird because like it came out, everybody had fun, and then it kind of like disappeared, and people kind of got really angry. They're like, why did it disappear? And then it was just like recently released or something like that, and I played it like once or twice, and I'm just like, I'm not playing this mode anymore. But as far as Warzone 2, I mean, I don't think I've ever played the rank mode. I know that that was just updated with the reloaded, but I've never played like one game of rank mode. I have 0% interest of playing Warzone 2 Battle Royale, or solo mode, or duos or resurgence. Like no, it's just there's no way I want to play that in any way, shape, or form. So I am basically a pretty exclusive DMZ player. I'm a little worried about DMZ. I know everybody's like, oh, DMZ is a new golden child and everybody loves it. Um, but I would say this: the problem with my problem with DMZ is that, the rewards are pretty terrible. The season 4 reset. I started playing DMZ at season 3, so I've never seen a reset. I'm basically a tier 3, almost tier 4 mission. So I'm wondering, with the reset, the wipe, does that mean I'm gonna go back down to like tier 1 where I have to like ping a UAV and kill 5 enemy soldiers and open a stronghold and unlock a door and open a register, go all the way back down to tier 1? Because if that's true, listen, to me, doesn't matter. I love playing DMZ. It doesn't matter. I don't play the DMZ for the rewards or anything. The mode, I just love playing the mode. Every game, and Al Majra specifically feels extremely different. There are games you go to Al Mazrah and it's just strictly PvP. Enemy UAV is overhead. Enemy squad is hunting you. And then there's other games where you could run around the entire map, turn on all the UAVs, run into a bunch of strongholds, take the weapons case, and get almost 0% PvP. So DMZ mode, I just love it. I'm personally a little worried that with a wipe, a hard reset for DMZ, a lot of players probably don't want to do that grind again, especially because, as I said, the mission rewards are not worth it, right? Like, it's just, there's no reason if you're at tier 1 to be like, hey, you know what, I'm gonna try to go back to tier 2 or tier 3. I probably won't try to do too many missions for season 4 if it's a hard wipe like that. I probably won't focus on missions like that almost at all. I would just play the mode. I would just have fun, do strongholds, basically do strongholds and do loot. I love doing loot, the barter system and things like that. But if it is a hard reset and I go from tier 3 and tier 4 and some of my missions back down to tier 1, I don't think I'm going to be doing too many missions in season 4. And I think a lot of casual players who grinded, they have to do missions where you have to grab a key from Al Majra, go to Ashika, drop the key, or, it's just like people probably aren't going to want to do that again. So I'm worried that season 4 could be, kind of the beginning of the end for DMZ. It sounds crazy, but, how much more can DMZ really add? There's a lot they could add. I mean, they could add a lot more bosses. They could add, a new secret area in Ashika Island, because Ashika Island has become completely unplayable. They could take away the 6-man squads. I don't know whose idea was that. No one asked for that. I like the idea of solos playing, maybe 4-man, 4 person squads at the most, for the most part, but we really don't need 6 person squads running around Ashika Island. I hate that. It doesn't make any sense at all. But I really, really doubt they're gonna get rid of the 6 person squads. But we'll see what happens in season 4. Warzone 2, when they introduce rank mode, I noticed a lot of DMZ content creators started, playing Warzone 2. So I'm worried that a lot of the content creators who have done all the missions, who've done all of the tiers, that, season 4, they're going to be like, well, when am I going to play it again? The first few weeks, you saw everybody go to Koshi Complex, right? Al Majra was practically empty the first week or two when Koshi Complex was introduced. But since then, everybody got their Heated Madness pieces, and there's basically almost no reason to go back to the Koshi Complex, right? Like people don't, how many videos do you see now of Koshi Complex? Not that many, right? People stop playing it because there's just no reason to play it again. So I'm worried that season 4, if we get a hard reset, there's going to be a lot of players who just be like, dude, I'm not playing DMZ anymore, right? So Warzone 2 and Modern Warfare players may be complaining. I'm just worried that, sooner or later, there's going to be a lot of DMZ players who are just like, dude, they've abandoned us too. Right? Like, but let me know your opinion of this story. Are you a Modern Warfare 2 player? Are you a Warzone 2 player? Or are you a DMZ mode player like myself? I'm Jason. The world is yours. Today we had a story about Call of Duty players claim Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2 are being abandoned by Activision for the DMZ mode. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the $1 donation button, and please tune in to the next video on this channel. Thanks a million for watching.